Welcome back to Agentic AI, the future of intelligent systems. In our last episode, we examined how the traditional role of the software engineer is evolving in the age of Agentic AI. But that's only the beginning. As agents begin to reason, reflect, and interact autonomously, we're seeing the emergence of entirely new engineering roles, ones that didn't exist in the classical software era. Today, we explore the birth of the agentic software engineer, not just a developer of systems, but a designer of behaviors. This new engineer doesn't simply write functions or deploy services. Instead, they choreograph thought processes, they construct workflows where agents interpret high level goals, select tools, manage their own state, and collaborate with other agents to complete tasks. It's a shift from instruction to intention, from code paths to reasoning paths. And with that comes a redefinition of responsibility. Agentic engineers must now think about feedback loops, not just whether a response is right, but how the system arrived at that response and whether the path it took aligns with business objectives, compliance rules, and resource constraints. They monitor not just logs and metrics, but behaviors. They debug not just outputs, but the decisions that led there. This new discipline also introduces fresh layers of accountability. An engineer is now tasked with configuring memory, what an agent should remember, forget, or share. They define delegation boundaries, what an agent can hand off and to whom. They establish trust policies, not just in users, but between agents, tools, and external APIs. Even testing gets reimagined. You don't just test the output of an agent, you test its resilience, its judgment under ambiguity, its behavior when the unexpected happens. Scenario testing becomes just as important as unit testing. Simulation becomes a first class tool. But it's not all about control, it's also about augmentation. The agentic software engineer is empowered with a new level of expressiveness. Prompting becomes a programmable art. Behavior trees, reflection graphs, and orchestrated cognition become tools of the trade. Engineers no longer think solely in terms of APIs and endpoints, but in loops of reasoning, memory, and action. And these engineers won't work in isolation. They'll collaborate with prompt designers, behavior evaluators, data stewards, sustainability architects, and governance leads. The age of solo coding gives way to cross disciplinary design because shaping intelligent systems demands a coalition of skills. Ultimately, the rise of the agentic software engineer is not a replacement for traditional roles, it's an evolution. One that asks not just how we build intelligent systems, but how we build systems that behave intelligently, at scale, under pressure, and with purpose. Thank you for joining us. The future of software engineering is already unfolding, and it's more dynamic, collaborative, and intentional than ever. Stay tuned.